Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I'm recording in my dorm stairwell because the lighting's the best in here. As you can tell, I got a new eyeshadow palette for Christmas. I may not be the best at makeup, but I do love having a lot of fun with it. Now, when you're single for a long time, there is the urge to be all anti-Valentine's Day, but I personally love the holiday. I think it's a great way to celebrate love and not just romantic love. Love for humanity, love for friends, love for the TV show Pose, love for baby hedgehogs, and love for this vine.
This for the aim. Shawty, I don't.
My guillotine gang and I are doing secret cupid, so we're sending each other candy boxes. Tag out my friend Natalie, who you've seen in the wedding cake video. And if you guys look closely, you can tell that she's a big fan of Dick Grayson, Robin, from Batman and Robin. And so I made her this. This is in the front, and this is the surprise inside. So for my own chocolate box, I'm starting to think, what do I want? What do you think encapsulates me? My main inspiration for this chocolate box is vintage style chocolate boxes that have the ruffled ribbons and the lace, but it's all in the shape of a coffin. Because love may not last forever, but you know what does? Death. What? I'm being positive, so let's get started.
Well, it's been a hot second since I've done some proper voiceover, so here we go. I'm painting this wooden coffin that I found on Amazon, a nice light pink color, something Barbie would be buried in. I think there was some shimmer in the paint I was mixing with, so now my hands are all sparkly. For a bit of a surprising pop, I'm going to paint the inside of the coffin a nice bright blood red. We're going with Christine McConnell levels of spooky sophistication for this piece. I didn't realize that 2 yards of felt would be a ton of felt, so if anybody wants a light pink beret for me, let me know. Now I'm going in with a really old piece of tailor's chalk and outlining the perimeter of the coffin so I can make little felt panels for the front and the back of the coffin. Forgive me, sewing gods, for I have used my fabric scissors to cut things other than fabric. I'm trying to figure out which glue is going to work better to attach fabric to wood. I'm going to go with Mod Podge for now, and if the edges start to come off, then I'm just going to stick the sides with hot glue. The Mod Podge seems to be working pretty well to stick the felt onto the wood. Now I'm just going to do the same thing to the other side and then snip off the extra fabric. Ooh, look at those clean lines. Ah, it looks so immaculate and perfect. I love it so much already. Now onto the fun part, the decorations. I'm going to take this light pink ribbon and attempt to pleat it. I've only ever pleated fabric before, so on a smaller scale it is a very long, tedious process. I'm going to link Annika Vittoria's video on how to pleat fabric as a reference to what I'm doing here. I'm not going to lie, this took me an entire night worth of work. This probably lasted me approximately 3 John Waters movies and 2 episodes of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So while I'm doing this, here's another mini rant. I really don't understand the institutions of marriage. Like, we have this expectation that, oh, we should be married by a certain age, and we always have to be that and have children and have a dog and a house and everything. But it's really not necessary if you think about it. And I used to be really insecure about the fact that I didn't have any, like, romantic relationships. But after 1 or 2 really bad experiences, I think I'm done with it. I don't like that idea anymore. I'm okay with the idea of never getting married. I'd rather move into a big mansion with all of my friends like the Golden Girls and then throw big Great Gatsby parties. Who cares about marriage? Let's make old lady mansions the new American dream. I'm not against romantic love. I'm just done trying to chase after it, thinking that it'll be like something that'll make me happy when I can be fulfilled by myself with my friends and with all of my creative projects. In short, I'm not letting romantic love or validation by another person define my worth or be the catalyst of my happiness when I can be happy being who I am. Those are my feelings for now. Maybe they might change in a couple years or if I get into a relationship, but I doubt that's going to happen for a long ass time, so mini rant over. Once I was done pleating everything, I just ran it through my sewing machine in order to secure the pleats. And finally, we can start decorating. I'm going to glue some nice lace all around the perimeter of the coffin, then add all the pleated ribbon around it. That whole night of pleating was so worth it because the ribbon looks so gorgeous like this. I'm so happy. I'm making sure not to over glue the ribbon with hot glue so it doesn't turn out too stiff or too messy. And to make the edge between the ribbon and the lace a bit cleaner, I'm adding this gorgeous gold trim. I think the gold against the light pink really makes it pop. I got this fake flower to put on the front of the coffin, but it looks a bit too big, so I'm just going to take a couple petals off to make it a smaller flower. To make a fake bow under it, I'm taking small pieces of ribbon, gluing the sides of them, and then pressing them together to make loops, and then placing them under the flower to make it look like a fake bow. And I'm snipping some excess ribbon to make the ties at the end. I'm also adding decoration at the bottom to tie everything together. And just to add some more little cheeky death elements, I'm writing a little message on one of the ribbons. And here is the final Coffin Chocolate Box. You could call the project done here and just fill the box with candies, but I'm going a step beyond and deciding to make my own chocolate truffles. It's a very simple recipe. All you need is some chocolate and some heavy cream. Here I'm measuring out 1 cup of chocolate. I'm using that fancy Ghirardelli because I like to treat myself. And then I'm going to measure half a cup of heavy cream and then heat it up in the microwave just until it is slightly bubbling. I recommend heating in 30-second increments for about 2 minutes. Now I'm adding the hot heavy cream into the chocolate and then letting it sit for a couple minutes just to get melty. And then once that's done, we're going to mix it very slowly until you achieve a gradual chocolate creamy texture. Ta-da! Now it is dorm room chocolate ganache. While we let this chill in the fridge, we're going to melt the rest of the chocolate by itself in the microwave until it's nice and melty. And then we're going to coat every single side of the chocolate mold with the chocolate to make sure it makes a nice chocolate shell. I just said chocolate so many times it doesn't sound like a word anymore. Chocolate, 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 chocolate. Let it chill for a couple of minutes, and then once it's nice and hardened, we're going to take our chocolate ganache and then fill the little cavities, I would say. Then you slap on one last layer of chocolate to seal everything in, put it in the fridge, and now you have these nice skull chocolates. And here it is! It is so beautiful, it is so cute. This came out really nicely, it looks so pretty. I think I'm going to attach straps to it and turn it into a purse when I'm done with it as a box. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to eat the rest of this chocolate, so bye.